Once upon a time, if I said the words famous frog, you might think back to WB or Kermit. But today, at least if you're of a certain age, the name on the tip of your tongue is probably Pepe. Pepe the Frog first appeared on the internet back in 2005 in an internet comic entitled Boys Club, published to MySpace by artist Matt Furie. It was a lighthearted comic about stoner friends Brett, Andy, Landwolf, and Pepe. The first Pepe meme to become an online phenomenon was Feels Good Man, who appeared on Furie's MySpace page in late 2005 in a comic strip where Pepe is shown taking a leak and lowering his pants all the way to the floor with a caption, "Feels good, man." The inspiration for the comic came to Furie when he thought back to a childhood memory of his cousin. When we were kids, we went to elementary school together, and we would go into the public restroom, and he would pull his pants all the way down to go pee, and I thought it was hilarious. Feels Good Man first went viral on Gaia Online in 2006, and then on 4chan around 2008. The next iteration of Pepe, Feels Bad Man, emerged in 2009 from a user on the bodybuilding forums. It would become known as Sad Pepe.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Sad Pepe then evolved into the You Will Never X meme and the Feels meme of May 2010. It's right about here where we get the term Rare Pepe. In response to Pepe's growing popularity, 4chan began to generate a wealth of new, unique Pepe images, often depicting Pepe as beloved characters from pop culture. There was a sense of wanting to reclaim Pepe. That urge to make their mark on the meme drove so many new Pepes that it became a game. 4chaners would post new rare Pepes and award each other good boy points for the funniest or most original. It's this phenomenon that would eventually evolve into the Pepe economy and change everything. The Pepe from Boys Club is supposed to be a harmless stoner with a wacky sense of humor. Up to 2010, most Pepe memes reflect this. However, with the emergence of Smug Pepe in 2011, Pepe's persona began to shift. Smug Pepe was first posted to 4chan's TV board in June 2011 as a way for users to bash the humor on the popular American comedy, The Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga!
Smug Pepe became increasingly popular and was perceived to be an antagonist or bully to the Feels Good Man and Sad Pepes. Despite this, Pepe was still widely considered to be a good-natured meme, and his popularity grew. Pepe got his own official Tumblr blog created by Matt Furie in June 2014, followed by an official subreddit and Instagram account. Soon after, Pepe took another small step toward a more aggressive image with Angry Pepe.
Normies!
Normies are what 4chan calls the rest of us. The Angry Pepe meme also became the first Pepe to be associated with the largely controversial R9K board on 4chan in December of 2014. While it started with meaningless good boy points, the Pepe economy mutated in October 2014. People started to literally sell their original Pepe memes on Craigslist, and as a part of the elaborate joke, other people would actually buy them for cold hard cash. This eventually hit an absurd extreme. On April 7th, 2015, a bulk collection of rare Pepes were sold for nearly $100,000. By 2015, Pepe trading was a phenomenon that went beyond 4chan. Tumblr and other mainstream communities were into it. What had originally started as 4chan's backlash to Pepe's popularity had become its own meme. In a way, 4chan's Rare Pepe phenomenon had backfired on itself. Rare Pepe trading was getting hot. So hot, in fact, that the community devised its own cryptocurrency. Basically, they made their own form of Bitcoin called Pepe Cash, then started a website for the express purpose of buying and selling rare Pepes.
So I'm here at the rarepepedirectory.com, and that is where you can see the Pepes that have been certified by the Rare Pepe Blockchain Foundation.
Just like with Bitcoins, to use Pepe Cash, you have to download the entire history of every transaction onto your computer and join the blockchain. When you purchase a rare Pepe with Pepe Cash in the Pepe Sphere, the card will be placed in your virtual wallet. Currently, it is $1 for every 181 Pepe Cash. Much like a Pokemon card, rare Pepe cards have a certain number released with a certain value and rareness attached to it. The rarest rare Pepe of them all is My Little Pepe, which sold for 1 million Pepe Cash, or about $3,300. While all of this craziness was happening at the relative fringes of the internet, Pepe finally reached worldwide recognition on November 8th, 2014. It wasn't 4chan who finally mainstreamed Pepe, it was Katy Perry who tweeted this tired-looking Pepe after a long flight. This was followed by Nicki Minaj posting this Pepe meme on her Instagram account. To close out 2014 on New Year's Eve, we get the Pepe known as Well Memed, which featured Pepe as an inviting Leonardo DiCaprio Great Gatsby celebrating his success with the whole world. This was Pepe's peak, and the moment the reaction to Pop Pepe started to escalate massively. the incredible engine of creative Pepe art, first popularized and spread on Tumblr and Reddit, and then spun into overdrive by 4chan's R9K board, was about to become political. In one way or another, 4chan had been trying to control Pepe since the beginning, but it was around fall of 2015 that it evolved from an effort to reclaim by creativity with rare Pepes to reclaim by perversion. Twitter user and 4chaner Jared T. Swift told the Daily Beast in 2016 in regards to the Reclaim Pepe campaign that R9K basically mixed Pepe in with Nazi propaganda, etc. We built that association. So rare Pepe started to become edgy, but most of that edginess stayed harmlessly on 4chan, but only for a while. To quote a song by the Megas, "What always ends in bloodshed begins as just a game." On Wednesday, September 30th, 2015, an anonymous user posted to the R9K board on 4chan the following message. "Some of you guys are alright. Don't go to school tomorrow if you are in the Northwest. Happening thread will be posted tomorrow morning. So long, Spacebots." Next to this text was, you guessed it, Pepe with a gun. At first, the other R9K users posted jokes like, "Is a beta uprising finally happening?" Or, "It's either you kill me or my parents do. I'll be waiting, lad." But then some started to post advice, like user 227854448, who said, "I suggest you enter a classroom and tell people that you will take them as hostages. Make everyone get into one corner and then open fire." The anonymous user who started this thread was 26-year-old Chris Harper Mercer. On October 1st, 2015, Harper Mercer entered the Umpqua Community College campus of Oregon and reported to Snyder Hall for his writing class. After entering the classroom and firing a warning shot, the students were forced to sit back in the corner of the room as he opened fire on them, killing 8 students and their associate professor, injuring 9 others. After a brief shootout with the police, Harper Mercer ended his own life. This is the deadliest mass shooting in the state of Oregon today. When news reached the R9K board, the users expressed both shock, disbelief, and admiration. This was the first time that Pepe had been scrutinized by the press, with media outlets like Days Digital and the Daily Dot calling Pepe a symbol of hate. Almost at the same exact time in 2015, we get the first explicitly political Pepe from a major public figure themselves. Then candidate Donald Trump retweeted the following image with the caption, "You can't stump the Trump," of a Pepe drawn in his likeness. This escalated over the next year with Clinton's infamous basket of deplorables quote, leading to Donald Trump Jr. posting this parody of the Expendables, and so Pepe became a political weapon. While the world was beginning to see Pepe as political, 4chan was making Pepe their very own god of darkness. The cult of Kek, as it would become known as, is 4chan's own joke religion. It came to be through a series of odd coincidences. KEK started as the Korean laughter abbreviation similar to English LOL. The use of Kek in Blizzard's original StarCraft inspired the developers to use it as an alternative laugh macro in the game World of Warcraft. From WoW, 4chan began to use it as their own LOL. Soon the community discovered that there was an Egyptian god of darkness with the same name, Kek, and that god just happened to have the head of a frog. And so the association was born. Quickly, Kek became the ultimate absurd extreme of 4chan's reappropriation of Pepe. They turned him into a Luciferian deity intent on hexing Hillary Clinton and bringing Donald Trump into the White House. 4chan took Pepe all the way to hell, and in the end, they got exactly what they wanted. On September 27th, 2016, Pepe the Frog was placed on the Anti-Defamation League's list of hate symbols. A month later, Matt Furie wrote an article for Time.com entitled "Pepe the Frog's Creator. I'm reclaiming him, he was never about hate." In the article, Furie closes with this: "It's completely insane that Pepe has been labeled a symbol of hate. It's a nightmare, and the only thing I can do is see this as an opportunity to speak out against hate. I understand that it's out of my control, but in the end, Pepe is whatever you say he is, and I, the creator, say that Pepe is love." But Pepe was now indelibly linked with 4chan's agenda. With the 2016 election, Kek, the god of darkness, fulfilled his promise, and the basket of deplorables were here to stay. Finally, in May 2017, in an act of frustration, Matt Furie himself completed the destruction of the Pepe he created, by killing Pepe off in his comic. This leaves a lot of fans of old-school Pepe at odds. Pepe wasn't originally created to have this fate. He is, or was, a fun-loving pothead. On February 21st, 2017, Django Bates, a rare Pepe collector and enthusiast, said in an interview with the Daily Dot that some like me, think that we should make Pepe great again. You have to be aware that Pepe as a symbol of hate and racism is a merely North American thing. Our rare Pepe trading community is global. Pepe is a mirror, and a mirror is not racist just because a racist is using it. So is Pepe the Frog just a meme or a hate symbol? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.